Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Europa Universalis IV, and this is Millennia in the Making, episode 292. We are France, we are the Holy Roman Emperor, and we are working on the somewhat unorthodox way of getting our reforms passed. Now, there is a slight issue. Well, first, before we cover that slight issue, we've picked up Cannon Bornu as a protectorate because we took out Mali. Annoying, but, you know, we'll just have to wait until we're in a position to lose the stability and go for it. We're also in a whole bunch of wars, so let's just cover those quickly. We're in a war with Great Britain and Patau. That's coming along just fine. Let's see, we're in a war with Cherokee that we've just won, so let's actually close that up. And then we can move our dudes, let's see, they're going up there to deal with a rebel, so I'll move our dudes out. Just close that up. Thank you. And with the bizarre way that things work in the New World, our diplomat is home already. Good on him. Okay, so we're also at war with Mongolia. It's over here. It's fine. We're at war with Armagnac, or more correctly, Gascon. That's also fine. Let's see, who else? God damn these little tooltips. Yes, we're at war with Biamia and Tver. We've ended that war, we're just waiting for our overextension to go down before we declare it finished. We're at war with Angulome and Asturias. We're waiting to take Asturias' last province, and also our overextension. And we're at war with Volga, Bulgaria, and a bunch of little one-province bitches. And we're just going to deal with those, you know, as we go along. So that's all good, but one thing that we have up here is Trondelag. Now, last episode, we got a completely legitimate and non-fabricated claim on Trondelag. See here, we're claiming the throne. It's come to my attention that Queen Isentrude here may still be able to have a daughter. And for that reason, we need to attack them. To do that, we need to break the alliance. We're just going to break that alliance like a bitch. And then start shipping troops up. And these guys do need more guys, so we're going to have to get in on that. Should be enough for them. I've got an army heading up this way. For fuck's sake, are you serious with this shit? Windows? I'm just going to ignore it. For any words at the bottom of the screen, just ignore them. There we go, and some cavalry. Just build them there. Send these boats down here to blockade Skane. I'm pretty sure their big army is at Trondelag itself, so I'm not terribly concerned about that. Right. And you know what? If they don't have any boats in here, once I don't care about blockading this strait, I'll put the galleys in this one here. Blockade anything coming in or out of the Baltic, and have my transports act as a blockade for these provinces. Okay, we just managed to get two places to be, you know, part of a proper empire. And we've got a guy coming home from China. We can't declare war on them until the 14th of March, but that's only a few days away. So, how much overextension do we have? We've got 37 points of it that we can use. No, Biamia requires 39. So what we're going to do here is take Gascon. It's only 18%. Done. And then we core it for the low price of 48 admin. Okay, so now the next peace treaty that we can do will require 19% or less overextension. We just lost a general. Asturias would like to peace us out, of course they would. Let's get a new general then. Oh, not bad, not bad. 5452. I'll put him in this army. And these guys should have a general as well, so I'll give them Philip. Thank you. Right. So over here, we're not immediately going to move to crush those guys. We're going to get them to try and explore these areas here. Just so that we can, you know, do them. They won't be able to finish the move. But, you know, they'll make the attempt to. They'll say, oh, it's got something else here. Which is fine. Okay, okay. I can't wait. So we're going to take one hit of stability. That's unavoidable at this point, because it's for royal marriage, and that's why we can do this. It will also give us a point of war exhaustion that I don't care about. We are probably going to be going to war with Vladimir, Ostergotland, and Metalpad. That's fine, because we'll be able to take out Metalpad and Ostergotland, and maybe Vladimir, we'll see. Stability drop, that's fine. I will spend the admin to boost that up again. Okay, so now we're at war. Proper war. Again. And as soon as a diplomat gets back, I'll send him back to Nanjing. Thank you. Fabricate claim on that one. Thank you. Now another thing that I've only recently had drawn to my attention. Britain have decided that the Andamans would be a great place for a colony. You fucking what? The fortunate thing is that seeing as we're still at war with Great Britain and they're actually pretty useless in of themselves, we're going to take that. And additionally, we should shuffle around some of our colonists. All three of them, in fact. Okay, and that's the last province in Asturias. I think Asturias will peace out fairly easily. Just quickly check where we need to put down some colonies. Yeah, we'll whack one down in the Galapagos, and we'll whack one down in Rapa Nui, or Easter Island as it is. And 4,000. You know what? We'll just halve these guys up and go and put one in this place. Nice and easy. We'll just need to have one spare by the time that, or have one able to be gotten spare. It's a pretty big rebellion. Must have a fairly high base tax. So Trondelag, what are your armies like? Pretty good, to be honest, and everybody did jump in on that war, which is fine. I don't like the way that these guys aren't making much progress, and these guys are. Really? How did you accidentally move up there? Get out of that damned province. Thank you. And then march around like this. Fucking idiots. So anyway, what we need out of this, 84%. That's it, just 84%. And then we'll basically have everything. Okay, Siege of Gascon is done, so I can move these guys out. And they actually need some more dudes. So I see these armies up here moving around. They would wipe these guys out here, so let's try and move these guys out. 17th, 10th, 9th, that's perfect. And actually, yeah, all of you can sort of try and get into that one. How good is their general? 5-3, 5-4. And mine has 1 point more maneuver and several points more siege. Good. Gonna take these guys, send them up to help deal with Vladimir. A lot of places trying to peace out with us. As expected, really. So 19%. Yeah, that's only 18%. Done. I believe that's the only one that needs a core on it, but I'll check that. Yep, good. Okay, these guys. 1 and 5 infantry. That should be it. Yeah, it looks like our trade fleets are getting bitch slapped. That's not really even a trade fleet, is it? Huh, our main fleet. That's fine. Thought we had a force of heavies. Oh, they might have gotten shit kicked out of them. It's alright. I don't particularly care. We've got troops where they need to be. Apparently lost that fight. Again, I just don't care about the trade fleets. We'll work it out later. Peace offer from Volga, Bulgaria. Peace offer from Anglo, noob. Just go in there and beat those guys up before we even get into Tambov. We won't actually be able to stop that, but let's you know what, let them move into Tambov, that's fine. I'll attack them when they're in there. Or apparently not, because they'll move out before then. Yeah, we might be able to chase them. Alright, let's get beat off the Trondelagians. Siege of Saratov is over. Excellent. Where are they even going? Down into Lower Don? Ah, they're probably trying to take Abkhazia back, huh? Oh well, we'll make that intercept. Gotta send these guys up here to deal with Vladimir. There's the intercept, and as predicted, we are... If we rolled decently, we would be winning. There we go. Guys home from Millennia, I don't think there's any more claims to fabricate over there. There are not. But we could fabricate some claims in Pegu. Whole bunch of rebels. That's alright, we can deal with most of them. Gonna have to deal with these ones before too long though. Okay, so the war goal of this, by the way, is to take the capital, Trondelag, which is there. Should be easy enough to do. Okay, so this was a little bit tougher than we first expected, this little one here, but we should win it. Fucking just. We'll let them try and retreat through Finland, that'll be fine. I don't think we've got the time to head them off. Let's see what we can do. 18th of September, 24th. We might be able to stop them from retreating like that, and thereby cause them to, well, require an alternate route. If you will. And that alternate route will probably, you know, be an issue for them. Maybe. Yeah, I think we'll have it. They'll be trapped on island. Yes, they certainly will. Okay, so they're trapped, and I'm going to go over the, you know, the river and say hi. And we'll make that before the next change. And they appear to have next to no morale, so this should be fairly decent for us. Decline it. Just want to see what happens here before we deal with anything else. Piss off, Mongolia. And actually, what I'm going to do, which is a massive dick move, if we don't win this in 5 days, I'll have defeated them. Okay, so they tried to run somewhere and couldn't. So I think we actually wiped them. Because they had nowhere to go. And I'm just going to preserve that little status quo there for a moment while our troops refresh, because they got the shit kicked out of them. Looks like there was another rebellion down here. Tell you what, we're getting a lot of peace offers. I can't accept none. I need cores on places to accept these damn things. Okay, over here, this army needs to go and beat up those guys. And this army needs to get on the boat and head over to the Animans. Need to take this one back, I'm going to assault it. Nice and easy. Okay, we've found that an unusual number of nobles and merchants from all across the Islamic world have made their pilgrimage to Mecca this year. The increased traffic of these wealthy persons has bolstered local trade. How should we collect the taxes? 100 ducats and 2 mercantilism, 5 mercantilism, or missionary strength and trade mod, mercantilism. That has presumably happened because we are in possession of Mecca. Even though, well, the Islamic world is basically Brunei at this point. And Kanembornu, of course. Siege of Essex is over. Get down there, you might as well head up to Marches and take the war goal. Yeah, I think this army here needs to be sent up to deal with some of these rebels at least. It's getting a little untenable. What's Yaroslav allowed of things? How much Yaroslav? 12%. Well, obviously we're not in a position to take that, but we will be soon. We will be soon. And a pressing matter has just come to my attention. Yeah, so we lost a few ships there, but that's fine. I just want to destroy this fleet or send it out. Get it the hell out of the Baltic. Another thing we need to do before we actually manage to peace out with Trondelag, which we need to do fairly quickly, is also peace out Ostergotland and Metalpad. By annexing the shit out of them, of course. So what I'm doing here is just moving my galleys into Kattegat, which should prevent these dudes from moving their forces in, because I should be able to beat them. Alright guys, hop on board. We need to just head on down here for a little bit. Okay, apparently we couldn't get them all, so we'll have to make a return trip. That's fine. We do have a call for peace, though. Eminently annoying. Okay, these guys can actually... Well, what's the revolt risk here like? Pretty basic, to be honest. They should sort of stay down there. They'll be fine. Okay. I want a siege of Udmurt here. Is that one of the ones over here? Ah, it's that one up there. Wonderful. Well, we don't like either of those armies, so let's head on up. Battle of Gotland is over, so let's just take our ships up here, grab our dudes, and bring them down. I never know what these little minuses and pluses mean. But all I know is that I don't want any of these things that you're attempting to give me. Okay, that's some Mongols dealt with. I'm going to try and get them to move into there. They are going to fail, that's fine. Then I'll send them down into whatever's here, because that is Mongol territory. What sort of overextension costs are we looking at here? Not much. Still too much for me at the moment, but, you know, in the future it won't take too long. Okay, then head down there. Okay, so both Abkhazia and Cherson are done. Now, Cherson would give us no overextension, so we're just taking it. Thank you. And when our diplomat gets back, though it seems we already have a spare diplomat, This one here would give us overextension, but it is going to Georgia instead. Which is fine because Georgia is a vassal of mine. So I'm pretty much fine with that. Yeah, I mean, you know, who cares about that? And we're going to have to send a guy back over to Nanjing. As people continue to give us weak-ass claims. Well, not claims, what do you call them? I don't know. Right now we're just taking stuff. Oh, I don't know where Stanovoy is. Is that... Oh, hi. Really? That's not a great idea, guys, because you're my next target. When do we run out of truce? 2 years. Look, if it gets to be an issue, we'll fabricate a claim on it, but in the meantime, we'll just grab the other stuff. Which reminds me. Hop on board. Really? It's going to take him a month to disembark. Okay. Slaves are being produced in one of our new colonies, which does remind me of something. We have gotten the Abolition of Slavery Act appearing, but we're going to need a diplomatic skill of at least 3, an overextension of under 2. With the diplomatic skill, that's going to be an issue, because even Fortunata here, as awesome as she is, or will be, doesn't have a diplomatic skill over 3, or 3 or over. And obviously our overextension is nowhere near that requirement. Mongol peasants, we've won the Siege of Howland. Okay, good, so we're making progress. How much progress? Where are we at? 10%? 10%'s fine. Take that one. We're letting Brittany do stuff down there. That's absolutely fine. Siege of Marches is complete. Which means Britain would like to peace out. No, Britain. No. And we appear to have just taken Nizhny Novgorod. Wonderful. This army should probably just head on over there into Perm. I mean, honestly, there's not too much point continuing to fight against Volga Bulgaria because, well, we're going to end shit there at some point anyway. Can we just march like that? Yep, good. Kilwa and Malindi have just become part of our great patrimony and presumably need converting. And now we've got 25% overextension that we can spend on someone. How much are you worth? 18. Yeah, it's a bit of an ask, isn't it? What was Yaroslavl worth? 12. Yeah, it'll be a bit better. Done. Okay, thank you, Yaroslavl. Let's get to work on that one. Our guys should have arrived down here, so let's just claim the colony. Thank you very much. And pop back out to sea. And I'm going to situate them over here, because when we go to war with Ming, we are going to want to take that place, Malacca, first. Speaking of, though. These hippies really do want me to finish up, don't they? Can't do it yet, guys. Can't do it yet. Where else can I be fabricating claims? Not Volga, Bulgaria yet. I'm already fabricating in Pegu and Ming. Korea? I don't think I've got too much in the way of stuff ready for Korea. Masuli, which is this one here. Who are Korea allied with? Ming, right? Yeah, so at the moment, not caring too much. Why not Brunei or Majapahit? Brunei, actually, because they're a big part of trade in, actually they all are, aren't they? Don't think we're in range for anything in Majapahit. Are we in range for anything in Brunei? Oh, damn, we are. The Kurils. Fuck are the Kurils? Oh, that's this down here, right? No, that's a Flores. What did you take? Oh, it's up here. This is Kurils up here, yeah. It's probably going to lose it to Majapahit in a moment, so instead, let's try and fabricate a claim on something important like Sukhodan. Done. Okay, Trondelag. Usual army and peasantry. Face off from Patel. We've lost this place up here, that's fine. I don't think it contributes too much in or against the war score anyway. Yeah, it doesn't contribute anything. You can see it there, +0. So, you know, deal with it. And we can get converting in Gobir. I do want to send a colonist to the Andamans. Where are our colonists? Oh, right, they would have gone down the bottom or something stupid. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to take that one guy out of place in Africa. Probably inspire a little rebellion, but that's alright because he needs to now go to the Andamans. Should get them converted to Protestantism. Also, we are probably going to be losing money again shortly due to colonies, because our guy still hasn't arrived from the Galapagos Islands. And when he gets there, he's going to set up our, I'm going to guess, 11th colony? His 14th colony! Fuck me, we're rich. Alright. You know what, these guys actually need more dudes, so... 2 cavalry. And then... 6 infantry. Okay, that's a Conquest Casus Belli against Pegu. So let's go there and fabricate the next claim. Thank you. How much longer, Ming? 19th of May, 2 years from now. We actually don't have a lot of truces, and that's mainly been because we've been eliminating people. A truce of Orleans actually wears off in 3 years. I doubt we're going to try and wait that long. Waiting longer just makes it more painful. Okay, that's Patau dealt with. So I'm going to take this army and send it up towards Trondelag as well. Quicker the better, remember that. And we should actually try to build some more fleet in here, so... Errol 46, that's a 40 army, not army, fleet. 1, 2, sorry, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wonderful, now you guys can head up to that one. They won't actually be able to get the bloke, but it's good progress. Mongolia. I'm just going to tell all of you that I don't want any of your stuff right now because I don't. Tell you what though, 81%, so that's at the 19 mark again. I'm going to take our Magnet in a second, or going to finish coring it in a second. And when we do that, we may just be able to say, okay, and now you're done. Okay, so that army goes there, and then presumably to that one there. Why not? I mean, Volga Bulgaria have lost. We're just waiting on Persia to come through. These guys want a replacement for Arnold Sixtus, Franco-German Peru. Have it, military guy. Excellent. Okay, so Persia's done, so let's see in 3 days exactly what it is involved with them. 27% overextension. Gonna have to wait about a month before we can take Persia, which is fine. I kind of don't want to do it at this stage because I want to take Ostgotland and Metalpad quite swiftly. So speaking of, these guys should actually be heading down to Metalpad. Looks like these troops are, well, doing something that doesn't quite make sense. It's fine. Trondish peasants, that's alright. When these guys win the siege, we'll go and deal with them real quick. Okay, that's our Magnac dealt with. Which means that, yeah, we're actually coming down fairly significantly here. But again, we just need to wait. Be handy if these guys could take the place. Good news. And a new technology. What is it today? First of all, the siege of Lancashire is over, so just quickly move them over there. It's military, and that will give us better artillery. I'm very inclined to spend that because we don't really need military for anything else. And the next level, 26, gives us more infantry, more cavalry, more land morale, and more combat width. So the upgraded artillery goes from being 3-3-1-1-3-3 to 4-4-1-1-3-3. Might as well upgrade that. Doesn't really help us out with sieges. You know, more than we already did. Yeah, really, there's no reason for me to do anything more against Volga Bulgaria, so I'm just going to send these guys down to my territory. No, I'm just going to keep them there, raise up a little mini army to go and reinforce them. There we go. And I've almost gotten all of Vladimir as well. I doubt that Vladimir will be able to be pieced out by themselves. Nah, see, way too much overextension, or not overextension, war score. Good news is that the overextension is nothing, presumably because we already own most of the place. So the question here is, one, why do Vladimir not like us? Yeah, apart from the aggressive expansion and so on, they don't really care too much. So I guess we could actually leave them be, so we'll just use them for war score in this fight. The hell are you at war with Upland? Skane, Ostergotland and Metalpad. Okay. Just check on how things are going in Mongolia. Okay, so apparently Ming managed to annex a fair part of Mongolia. That's alright. It cost us 12% for an annexation there. 12%, that should be fine. Yeah, that's going to be fine because we're about to finish up on Leon anyway, and I'd like this war to be dealt with. So full annexation, thank you very much. I'm not actually sure if we can call these provinces. They're too far away, aren't they? Yep. Oh well, that's alright. That's alright. So to put us up to 75%. We can get converting them though. So basically we're going to have to go for a Ming. In a couple of years, I think it is. A couple of years? 1 year. And a bit. That's fine. The other option would be to colonize around, and we're not doing that just yet. However, if we get a claim on... Oh, we can't get a claim on Hebi, which is annoying, but we could get a claim on these places now, I think. Oh well. So we'll send him back, and we'll actually take him away from them, because we had a little bit of exploration to do down here. Conquistador, just there and back again, you'll be fine. Oh, Britain, you scamps. Since when have you owned Mauritius? Alright. Pick up this army and we'll take them over. See, this is just highlighting, whoop, don't hit alt. That's a bad thing to hit. This is just kind of, pause the fucking game. Thank you. Fuck. So, what's happened down here with Mauritius and the Andamans would be highlighting my exact problems that we have in the Pacific. It's really hard to tell when somebody is actually taking a place down here. Like, just sort of, you know, it's a couple of pixels on the screen. And they didn't just take it, they took Bourbon as well, and they took both of them with enough time to actually fully colonize them. It's not going to cost much in war score to get back, but it's going to cost us diplomatic power, which we're blowing through quite significantly here. Take the place. My space button isn't working. That's going to get aggravating, actually. I can deal with it for another 10 minutes, though. Bulgarian pretend to rob rebels. Yeah, probably because I hit Alt. Well, that's very frustrating, actually, so I hope it clears itself up, because without the ability to hit space for pausing, well, things get a little bit more difficult, don't they? Ostergotland would like to concede defeat. I bet they would. In 15 days, though, I've got a better concession for them. I kind of hope that we win this fight without losing any boats. Guys home from Mongolia, so now we can end that little fight up there by saying, oh, you want peace, do you? Yep, there we go. Done. Okay, we'll put them in and then we'll go dump them probably up here to deal with this army, so this one can get around here and... Actually, this one can probably get around here and reinforce it anyway. And we'll let them repair up a little bit as well. Siege of Suzdal. Persian pretend to rebels. A lot of rebels, all of a sudden. Those guys are led by a 5-2. We need a leader to deal with that. Ah, these guys up to that one. Oh, actually, I've got to deal with these guys first, and it looks like these guys managed to get around us somehow. That's fine. Just move like that, and then back up to there. Must have used boats. They have to have used boats. Oh no, they came down through Skane, didn't they? Oh, well, whatever. You guys can just pop down there momentarily. You're going to need a new lot of reinforcements. So let's make them. Very good. How's our overextension looking? 66 isn't bad. Okay, and we're doing pretty good work in metal pads, so that'll be good. What else? It's all doing fine over there, that's fine there. Has our boats arrived? Not yet. Not yet. Let's have a look at all these sieges though. Charolais is dealt with. Very good work. Finland will be dealt with. Halland, yes, I understand. Well, didn't expect that to be a fight. Zandarin and Saratov, that's fine. I was looking for a general, wasn't I? You're not doing anything. In you go, in you go. This space thing is really pissing me off. Okay, so now these guys here no longer need a conquistador. I would actually say that we probably don't need a conquistador anymore, but well, he's honestly a pretty good leader, so we'll keep him for the moment. And I'm just going to send him up here, just in preparation of attacking Ming. Just you know, preparing for it. Gotta be prepared. Okay, our merchants are becoming a little bit complacent, so we could either lose trade power for 5 years, or gain 1 inflation. Inflation is pretty much under control, but it would take 20 years to get rid of 1 point. So I think the global trade power decrease is fine. We've got more money than we really care about at the moment, so should be alright. Excuse me, rebellion up in Nizhny Novgorod, of course. Oh, we can leave that one for a moment. So let this be a lesson to you. Don't hit Alt in your game. Okay, so I'm going to send those guys there and then back down to there. These guys... well, they're headed up there anyway. Good. Great Britain are trying to piece us out. I can tell you that it's not going to be enough. And also that we don't actually want to piece out with Great Britain at this point in time. No, that's not what I wanted. This is. Yeah, those Mongolian cores could get annoying. Do have a fair bit of rebellion risk. I'm not going to spend military power. It's only like 40 in total, and it should dramatically reduce chances. He says, as it does almost nothing of the sort. Okay, boats. Where the fuck are the boats? There. Oh my god, they're gonna take forever, aren't they? These guys need reinforcing. Been trying to tell us to take this level of administrative technology forever now. We just got other things we need to do, buddies. Just don't worry about it. Yeah, this siege here actually needs to be dealt with. Wait, what? Kasimov. Ah, because we're over Vladimir and because we're over Volga, Bulgaria. That's fine. That siege still needs to be dealt with. Back to business. Okay, our guys home from Ming and we're having a little bit of a revolution, which is probably more annoying, but what we're going to do here to get our troops back, how long is it going to take it's going to take forever to raise troops up there. So I'm going to do a little bit of quick negotiation. Yes and yes. I'll pause for a second. Good lads. Now we can send our guys through. We do of course have too many diplomatic relations with that, but you know, we'll deal with it. And that's a claim against Brunei done, and we've also got to send a guy back out to Ming when we can. She still hasn't had illegal air, that's good news. Very good news, actually. These guys need to get on the boat. And I'll send them there. Actually, I'll send them to Niland. Because I'm wary of sending transports into a battle. Good. You guys go there. Now you guys can head on over there and get a little bit of a blockade going on in Metal Pad. That'll help them out quite measurably actually. And then I'm going to send this army up to Vasterbotten. Accelerate our war score up there a little bit. And this one can head up to Kola. Okay, we took Yorkshire, so we'll just head on down and take Lincoln. And just keep on moving around after that. Okay, our guy's home from Pegu, but we've got another guy coming back shortly, so I'll just quickly fob a dude off to Ming. Got a lot more claims that we can fabricate now, particularly up here, because of this province here. Well, if I take Shangdi, then I can take Beijing for a little bit of diplomatic cost, so I guess we could put a claim on Shangdi. And that's probably the quickest way one of the quickest ways to get in there, because we can't get a claim on Jagdi, whatever that is. So maybe Shengdi, maybe Biading. Which of those has an easier base tax? Biading. Biading and Hebi. Biading it is! Because we won't be able to put a claim in on Hebi, but Beijing would have probably been way too ambitious. Guy's home from Daviet, so we'll send him out to... Nothing more to fabricate on Pegu. We've just got overseas expansion on Daviet. Ah, we need to cancel that military access when we can. This guy's getting... Ah, we're not there yet. When they get there, we'll have to do that. Brunei. We were fabricating on Brunei. I remember these things. So let's get one on Benjar Mason. Spacebar thing is really pissing me off. Still. Our guy is home from Brunei, and we've won the siege of Helsingland, which is fortuitous timing because I will immediately piece these guys out. 0 overextension, we must still have a core on it. We do. Wonderful. Take it. And then I'm going to send our army up to this one because then they'll be one step away from Trondelag. Unpause. Thank you. Yep, they accepted our generous offer, of course. So now who's involved in your little war? Just Vladimir and Vastmanland are sort of... Is that a personal union? No, it's a vassal. So the problem here is if we pick up... We should actually attack Vastmanland first, because if we pick up the personal union in front of Trondelag, it may auto-vassal us to Vastmanland, which would put us over our limit. But if we can annex Vastmanland and get the personal claim, which we may be able to do because Vastmanland does not have a very high amount of base tax, that would be preferable. We're still at 66%. Do we have a claim? We've actually got a core on that place, so that's fine. We can actually start piecing out other ones now. We don't have to worry too much because we've already taken what we basically wanted off of Trondelag's allies. God damn, stop all that. Thank you. Okay, the army and peasants over there. Successful conversion in Gabir, so we'll send them to that one. Yeah, just deal with that. I don't think I have to worry about Volga Bulgaria putting up another army, so I'm just going to deal with that rebellion and then send them back home. Actually, speaking of, yeah, it's just Persia at the moment. How much overextension did we have? 66, so that's 34 on the back end. Thank you, Persia. You're a thorn in my side for too long. Call them for 72. And so now we have 93, which means we've got 7 returning. Which is probably not enough to piece out with anybody else, unfortunately. But, you know, whatever. Bengal's announced France as their rival. Well, that's interesting, Bengal. Okay, our guys are almost home, so I'm going to cancel our military access through Pegu. And as soon as these guys get out, I'm going to cancel it through Daviat as well. Oh, the ship's arrived, by the way. These guys should have a commander just to help them make an easier siege of things. Specifically this commander. Load on the boats, guys. Thank you. just head on down here. Going to take them a little bit of time to get there, and we have gone slightly over the hour mark, and I'm inclined to end the episode as early as I can because I want to fix this fucking spacebar issue. But yeah. So, if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And in the meantime, I have been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.